moving on, talking about Texas, because we said Oklahoma was following Texas. Texas is following Texas, and it's getting even more, telling the globalist system to fuck right off. And Abbott says Texas is going to bus migrants to D.C. after it lifts Title 42. It's going to be fun times if Texas actually follows through with this, if Governor Abbott actually follows through with this. That would be a perfect act of civil disobedience if they won't allow us to police our border, if we bus everyone to them and fuck up their time. Like, where do Obama live? Where does Biden live? Where does Hillary Clinton live? That's where we need to bust these people. That's where we need to bust these people. That's where we need to bust these people. Just get that in your head. Get on it, because we need to start fucking around, because we're the only country that's fucking racist, sexist, or bigoted for trying to like see who's coming in and coming in and out of our country and having a set of rules for that. And it's fucking annoying me as shit, because enemies historically come through open borders to fuck people up. And that's why we control our borders. It's not to keep brown people out or black people out. It's to keep enemies out. So come here the right way.
That's how winning is done.
And we can sit down and have a conversation on what the right way should or shouldn't be. But there should be a fucking process. We have a right to control who enters our house. And this country is our house. Black, white, yellow, polka dotted. The citizens of the United States of America. The United States of America is their fucking home. That's their fucking house. You lock your door, right? If you just want these people to come, can they sleep in your bedroom? Can they sleep at your house? The answer is usually no when you ask these people that. I don't know, it is what it is. But let's get into this article. Abbott says Texas will bus migrants to D.C. after Biden lifts Title 42. Texas Governor Abbott, Republican, announced on Wednesday that the state will send migrants who legally cross the border to Washington, D.C. in response to Biden's administration's lifting Title 42. Title 42 is a public health measure that can be deployed to block asylum claims or expel migrants due to contagion risk. The police was implemented during the Trump presidency due to the coronavirus pandemic and continued with President Biden took office, and the Biden administration recently announced that it will be lifted next month. I mean, can't we do an Ellis Island type of thing?
That's how winning is done.
Where these migrants go to Ellis Island and we can vet them. We can give them medical care so they don't provide a contagion risk. And we can find out what skills and stuff they have. Like, oh, you're a laborer, you're a metalsmith, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, etc. And where do we need dentists? Where do we need doctors? Where do we need metalsmiths? Where can they fit into our society where they're not going to be alienating somebody else in that society because you put them in an already struggling market where people can't really find jobs. But if people need a fucking metalsmith in East Bumfuck, Idaho, you fucking send this motherfucker to East motherfucking Idaho. East motherfucking Idaho ain't going to be mad that this motherfucker's there because he's providing the metalsmith work that they've been fucking desperately needing.
That's how winning is done.
And I'm just spitting that out there for comedic effect by using East Bumfuck. I don't think Idaho is like, I'm not saying anything bad about Idaho. I'm just fucking saying. Abbott said Texas will implement multiple measures to deter border crossings in response to the governor warning numbers at the border would increase sharply. One of the ways Abbott said he plans to remove migrants from Texas is by sending them to the nation's capital. To help local officials whose communities are being overwhelmed by hordes of illegal immigrants who are being dropped off by the Biden administration, Texas is providing charter buses to send these illegal immigrants who have been dropped off by the Biden administration to Washington, D.C., Abbott said. Nice. Texas Division of Emergency Management Chief Nim Kidd will be in charge of the program. Kidd said at the press conference that his agency will begin his plans laid out by the governor on Thursday and will use many buses as we need to follow the governor's direction to get this done. Now, I'm going to take a step back here, and I'm going to play devil advocate. That's why I was like, where do these people actually live? Because and when I said enemies can come over, like having a free charter bus to take these people to the seat of our government is probably not the smartest thing in the world. But I do like the pizzazz of trying to like make it their problem. But in order to make it their problem, you have to hit them where they actually live.
That's how winning is done.
Kidd said that the department used 900 buses for operations in the past, while Abbott repeated the first bus would go to Washington, D.C. Other measures Abbott announced on Wednesday included enhanced safety inspection of vehicles coming over the border to combat cartels illegally, drugs, and smuggling. Texas will also implement boat blockades in the Rio Grande River, install razor wire at areas of the river frequently crossing by migrants, lights at the border in areas known as smuggling, and the National Guard will begin the first phase of mass migration rehearsals, Abbott said. Since Biden took office, Title 42 has been used 1.7 million times to expel migrants, including some repeat crossers. Republicans have opposed the lifting of Title 42, echoing Abbott's concern that the border will be flooded with migrants. However, many Democrats celebrate the decision, with some in the party saying it should have been done sooner. I mean, the Title 42 should not even be necessary, to tell you the truth. Like I said, there should be part of the coming here process should include a general health check to ensure you're not carrying any pathogens, to treat you if you are carrying pathogens. So when you do come into the country, you don't share sped pathogens. I don't know. I don't know if that's what Title 42 does. I'm assuming it was just blocking the fucking coronavirus. But the system should already have something built into place to address this. So laws like this shouldn't even be fucking necessary. And if you're going to use laws like this for acts of civil disobedience, you need to think them through better, because sending them to Washington, D.C., where there's already a bunch of fucking mostly poor people anyway, that they don't listen to, is not going to fucking change a damn thing, because they already have that fucking lifestyle and stuff. You need to be going to the places where these actual politicians live around the country, because they don't live in D.C. They live in fucking Delaware, they live in Maryland, they live in Colorado, etc., etc., etc. I'm just fucking saying. Thank you for checking out this clip of my Thought of the Day podcast. You can catch this podcast every Tuesday through Friday at that'sonpoint.info by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's how winning is done. New clips go out daily. And we can't do this without you, so we appreciate your support. With that being said, consider joining for $5 a month, and you get early access to the uncensored version of this, early access to our weekly That's On Point podcast, and access to exclusive content only for members. All the money that we receive is going to go funnel back into this to hire more journalists and do more things for you guys, because that's how winning is done. It really is. We got a merch store and stuff. You can help there, and if you can't help via money, you can always just leave a comment, and share this out there, because that helps us more than you can immensely know. That's the best way to help. Just leave a comment, and share. And if you're listening to us, leave a review. Leave a good review. Help us boost us in the podcast ratings and get us up there, because that's how winning is done. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.